Okay, good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. My name is Zeke Ali. I'm a revenue acceleration coach and somebody who's dedicated to helping you go further, faster, with less effort. If you're an entrepreneur, you're in the right place. If you're a servant leader, you're in the right place. If you're somebody who's looking to get better at sales, you're in the right place. Right now, rep your city. Let them know what kind of business you have. It's like free promotion for you, right? Let them know what kind of business you have. Let them know how you help other people. More to the point, I do believe, like Muhammad Ali, that service, okay, is the rent you pay to live on planet Earth. I truly believe that. I think one of the keys to any success that people say I've had is that I truly believe you got to serve before you deserve. I truly believe that once you become valuable, you become powerful. I believe that you have to become more if you want more. And that's what we're dedicated here every morning to helping you do. So share this training. I'm about to call in on the live line, rep your city, let them know where you're from. Uh, and then check it out. Make sure you like, comment, and share this bad boy. We're about to get started. Good morning, millionaires.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you. Just please enter your.
That's right. Let's get it.
Thank you. Please announce yourself.
Good morning, guys.
All participants are muted. Entry and exit tones are off.
All right. Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. My name's Haziq Ali. I'm a revenue acceleration coach, a self-esteem development expert, starting with my own. And our whole goal every single morning is to help you go further, faster, with less effort. I just want to remind you that we got about 6 months left in this year, right? We are now halfway through month number 7 of the year. You know, I want to remind you what your New Year's resolutions was looking like. Anybody out there make any if you made some New Year's resolutions, then let me see you say me in the comments. If you made some New Year's resolutions, let me see me in the comments. Anybody out there made any resolutions? You know, there are different things in the environment that you can leverage. One of them is a calendar. We know that January 1st can just be another day on the calendar, but it also kind of provides some built-in momentum. It provides some built-in incentive. It's a new year. So that means a lot of us set new goals, right? Some of us do that on our birthday. Some of us do that at the half year mark. Some of us are marking it every 90 days. But here's what I know for sure. Most people can only keep their resolutions going for about a month. That's what I know. Most people can only keep these new goals that they've set for about a month. And I know a lot of y'all are thinking to yourselves, well, yeah, Haziq, but I heard once it only takes about a month to create a habit. Check it out. What I'm trying to tell you is that anybody who said it only takes this amount of time or that amount of time to make a habit, if y'all ever taken my habits course in Kaizen Academy, y'all know that they full of crap, right? Unless it's something that's hard to break, like an addictive habit, like drinking or smoking, I'm going to tell you something. Your habit is a forever kind of process. The secret of achievement, though, is not just the part that we look at as the habit. You could look at that as the result, or you could look at that as the cause. I'm here to tell you, it ain't just about the habit. It's about giving yourself permission to win. It's 1, 2, 3. The first step is implement a winning way of thinking. You know how that famous book is called Think and Grow Rich? The second step is follow a winning positive principle, right? And then the third step is that you execute a winning success type action, right? So what's the winning way of thinking? Write this down. You become what you think about. Once you understand that, it's going to help you with your thinking. What's the winning way? What's the winning positive principle? What's the law? Like lately, we've been discovering all these universal laws of personal power. What's the winning positive principle? Self-talk equals self-performance. Somebody type that out and give me a share. Self-talk equals self-performance. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. But what we're here to talk about this morning is giving yourself permission to win. And that's the winning success action. Give yourself permission to win. Give yourself permission to take winning action. And I know you're thinking to yourself, this sounds way too easy. I want to remind you, no, it sounds simple. And there is a light year between something that is simple to understand and easy to actually implement. What you're talking about when you say this sounds easy is that this sounds simple. Positive thinking ain't easy. Success ain't easy. Winning ain't easy, but it is kind of simple. Everybody with me? The key and also the least executed principle I see amongst all of my mentees, all of my students, everybody that comes to me for some secret about how to win. The least executed principle is people don't give themselves permission to win. I'm talking about a PhD in positive thinking. I'm talking about you going on and conquering this whole world of giving yourself a whole other level of mental fortitude by acknowledging you've made a choice and that your choice is to win. You know, a lot of times you'll tell somebody, man, you did a good job, and they'll be like, I ain't had no choice. But you did have a choice. You did have a choice. You don't think you're going to win. You don't hope you're going to win. You've got to decide you're going to win. And you can only make a decision after you make a choice. Everybody with me? You know, one of the most incredible aspects of this whole world of entrepreneurship, y'all, is that people block their own success by telling themselves they can't succeed. It's amazing. You know, this weekend in the Kaizen Academy, we're just going to focus on mental toughness because I know that sounds incredible, but it's true. People tell themselves, all right, it's okay to settle for less. I know I wanted all of that, but it's okay to settle for less than I want. Or they give themselves excuses like, I don't get paid enough to do that. Or that ain't my job, right? Right? They tell themselves it's okay to quit. Is that a fact? Millionaires, winning has to be a decision you've made before it becomes a living reality. Some of you know, but back in the 1950s, Napoleon Hill, was given a charge by one of the richest men on the planet at the time, a guy named Andrew Carnegie. And his charge was to study 157 of the world's most successful entrepreneurs. And when he did that, what he discovered is that every single one of them had this trait in common. They knew they were going to succeed. Y'all ever heard of that story about the fox and the grapes? It's an old Aesop's fable, and the fox keeps on going for the grapes. He jumps, he can't reach the grapes. So he goes and gets a little, yeah, that was me jumping like a fox. That was my jump. So the fox jumps for the grapes. He can't reach it, right? So then he nudges a boulder over there closer to the tree. So he tries to get up on the boulder and then jump for the grapes again. He misses, right? He tries a bunch of other tactics to try to reach the grapes. He can't never reach the grapes. So you know what he ends up doing? He says, them grapes is probably sour anyway. Do you know that's what a bunch of you do at your success? You jump for the money bag. You miss. You push a boulder over there. You jump again. You try a bunch of other tactics. And then you know what you end up saying? All them people with money sold they soul. If they got money, they in the Illuminati. They not happy. Money don't make them happy. You know what? I'm happy while I'm poor. No, you're not. You can't even love on your loved ones if you broke, right? You can't even show the love. You can say the love, but you can't even demonstrate the love without your physical presence when you're broke. What we know is you need money. You need money if you're going to support your family. You need money if you're going to support your church, right? You got to make a decision because here's the thing. When Napoleon Hill interviewed all of these 157 entrepreneurs, the most successful entrepreneurs on the planet, many of these entrepreneurs still have companies that you are being supported by today. Check it out. Most of them started with nothing, but they knew they would succeed. It was a flat out decision. People think that greatness is a destination when greatness is a decision. Most of them had no money. Most of them had no support. Several of them had almost no formal education. But one thing they all understood is that winning is a decision. And then here's the thing. Not to decide is to decide, y'all. This is why you got to give yourself permission to win. Just like when you're in a sales situation, they say, oh, I'm gonna think about it. Well, they're making a choice. They're making a choice to keep their life the same. Do you get that? So, what I want you to understand this morning is that giving yourself permission to win is an active process. You're talking about different components of thought. If you follow us here at Millionaire Minded, we're always saying environment is stronger than willpower, but there are three different types of environment. There's the physical environment, which we call habitat. There's the walking, talking, living, breathing environment, which we call culture. And then you have this mental environment, right? This mentality. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 7 different kind of components that can help you create a winning mentality, an environment where your mentality is incentivizing and encouraging your success instead of holding you back from it. So if you're ready, somebody say permission to win and then give me a share. Permission to win. I see we got Tulsa, Oklahoma in here. Somebody give me permission to win and a share. And we're going to get this party started. Permission to win. Permission to win, Crystal. Let's go, Hadassah. Permission to win. Let's go. Yeah, that 90-day action planner ain't no joke, is it? What's up, Mrs. Goins? Somebody say permission to win. Let's get it. Let's get it, Cindy. Okay. Yeah, you become what you think about. That's exactly right, Queen. Let's go. Permission to win. Self-talk equals self-performance. You caught that. That's what I'm talking about. Permission to win. Permission to win. Let's get it. If you're giving yourself permission to win, let me see it right now. Permission to win. Let's go. Permission to win. Give yourself permission to win. Let's go. The money train is in the house. Permission to win. Let's go, Patricia. Let's go, Miss Deborah. Permission to win. Yeah, Cheyenne. Let's go, Queen. Okay, Nefertari. Let's go. Permission to win, Gavin. Let's get it. Let's get it. Permission to win. Yeah, blame is a hell of a drug. Greatness is a decision. Winning is a decision. And I give myself permission to win. Let's go. I give myself permission to win. Let's go. Let's go. I'm about to give you 7 of them. Y'all ready? All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Permission to win. Permission to win. Permission to win. All right, here we go. Millionaires, here's the first one. You got to develop the desire to win. Develop the desire to win. Appreciate that, Jessica. Thank you, Sade. You got to develop the desire to win. What do I mean by that? Most people want to win, y'all, but they lack the desire to accomplish it. The thing about giving yourself permission is that permission opens desire. Think about that when you was a little kid. If your parents said that it was okay if you bought that particular video game, let's say, but you got to earn the money yourself. Well, what did your parent just do? They opened up the desire because it's like now it seems possible. Now we're not the fox looking at the grapes no more because it's seeming like the grapes are within reach. So subconsciously, we start to give ourselves desire. We now that we've given ourselves permission, it opens up kind of like our ability to admit to ourselves we actually want this. Once you don't think it's possible, you don't even allow yourself to consider, like you don't even let your taste buds salivate. Am I making sense? So this is an intentional, focus-driven exercise, developing the desire to win. And I'm going to help you do that. I'm going to give you a couple more. If right now you're like, how do I do that? Just stay tuned. Here we go. Here's the second one. Visualize winning every time you play. They did a study at the University of Cleveland. They've done similar studies in a bunch of different of the educational sectors. But they split this basketball team, y'all. Right now we're talking about visualization because a bunch of y'all still haven't ordered your vision board coloring book. And I'm about to give you one more story that hopefully helps drive the point home. You need to be doing visualization exercises. So they split this basketball team into 3 different units. One team continued to practice the way they always did. The second team practiced not at all, right? And then the third team practiced not at all physically, but they did it all in their mind. They just practiced the free throws in their mind. They would sit there, visualize themselves at the free throw line, taking a couple practice bounces, shooting the ball and seeing what would happen, right? in their mind. Check this out. When they got done with the practice, sort of like that practice period, they checked in with the first team that hadn't practiced at all. And just as you would suspect, there was no improvement. They went to the second team that had practiced in the physical space. They go into the gym every day, practicing like they always did. Well, let's say they'd improved by 13, 14, 15%. Here's what's crazy. They went to the third team that had practiced only in their mind, and they improved 13, 14, 15%. What's my point? My point is, do you think team number 3 practiced missing? What you think they did? Did they visualize? Did they waste their time visualizing missing the free throw? Of course not. You got to visualize winning every time you play, but many of us don't do that. Many of us use our internal power and our ability to manifest any vision that we can come up with, and we use it to create the worst scenario possible. You hear me? What I'm saying to you is give yourself permission to win. See the win before it occurs, because check it out. Permission lets the mind's eye focus. Now that you've given yourself permission, you kind of can get a feel for how this thing actually lives and breathes and feels and smells and tastes. You got what I'm saying to you? Here's the third one I got for you. Remember past wins. A lot of y'all leave this out. Remember past wins. Yeah. What you know about that psycho-cybernetics? Yeah. They visualize the win, baby. They visualize the ball going in the hoop. Let's go. Are you visualizing winning every time you play? Before you pick up that phone and call that person, do you visualize how the phone call is going to go? Before you have that conversation with your child, do you know the outcome you want? Have you visualized it? But here's number 3. Remember past wins. Think about previous wins you've had, because now you remember when you were a winner. And now these present little trials and tribulations seem a lot more achievable, right? Because we just remembered who we is. Permission relives memorable wins. So many of you have such a smaller recollection of your wins than you do your losses. That's why it's so easy for you to visualize hell instead of picturing your nirvana. Y'all get what I mean? Some of this stuff, it represents your better life, is only in your imagination, but you got real memories of that eviction notice on your door. I was telling my business partner the other day, like I remember this one time they repossessed this, because we had rented this big old Infinity truck to drive from Charlotte to Atlanta. And I started joking with my business partners about this one time when things were starting to tilt over and start going downhill. I woke up one morning because the truck alarm was going off, because I had one of these big Q-by-4 trucks and whatnot. And I woke up and the alarm was going off. And I grabbed, you know what I mean? I grabbed the, you know what I mean? And I'm going out that joint to see what's up, because I'm thinking somebody tried to steal it was the repo man. So, yeah. All I'm saying is I'll never forget that moment. It was like 4 a.m. They had caught us. You know what I mean? I'll never forget that. So what I have to do is on purpose overwhelm that kind of thought with all these thoughts of winning, all these thoughts of trophies, all these thoughts of standing ovations, all these thoughts of leaderboards, all these thoughts of my children telling me I'm the best father ever, all these thoughts of my loved ones loving on me. You hear what I'm saying? I got to remember my past wins and drown all that out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying to you? Y'all with me? Is this helping somebody? Here's number 4, y'all. You got to talk winning to yourself. You got to talk winning to yourself. Yeah, shit. Y'all don't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? Y'all boys grew up good, man. Y'all don't know nothing about that. All right, here's number 4. Everybody with me? Talk that winning to yourself. Tell yourself you're a winner. Permission is granted to yourself from yourself. Self-talk equals performance. You with me? Talk that win to yourself. Here's the fifth one I got for you. Read about winners. Read about winners. Read about winners. Oh, listen, girl. One thing we're going to do, we're going to keep it real around here. You know, it's very important that y'all know, everything that I've been through, going through, that I'm going to bring everybody along on every piece of this journey. We about to have a ball with this journey to $1 billion. Because I'm telling you right now, our company is going to be worth $1 billion. Mark my words. We're going to be a unicorn, a privately held company worth $1 billion. You mark my words. But you see how I'm talking to myself? I'm getting hype. I'm saying it in front of a bunch of accountability partners, hundreds of people watching me right now, and I'm committing to it in front of everybody. You see that? Because permission is granted to yourself from yourself. Here's the next one I got for you. Read about the winners. Learn how other people won. It blows my mind how I'll be talking to entrepreneurs and they never saw certain movies. They never read certain books. You mean to tell me you never read Shoe Dog from Phil Knight? What? I mean, you mean to tell me you never read Made in America from Sam Walton? What? And you're an entrepreneur? Okay, so you ain't read that thick joint from Steve Jobs that's like a set of encyclopedia. I get that. But come on, man. You ain't even watched The Founder about Ray Kroc? You ain't seen that movie Joy about the QVC network? I mean, what are you doing? How are you learning how people win? How are you able to recognize your story while you're living it? How are you able to recognize that these are the steps to greatness while you're taking them? If you have no idea what the journey to greatness even looks like, check it out. Read about winners because permission is stronger when understanding is present. Everybody with me? Yeah, Shoe Dog from Phil Knight, Made in America. Man, wasn't that movie cold, Queen? That movie cold. Here's the next one I got for you. Listen to winning stuff. Listen to winning stuff. This is how you build the mentality. Listen to winning stuff. Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't, but our newsletter comes out at 3:30 p.m. every Friday. If you haven't enrolled for the newsletter, go to millionaireminded.com right now, because you know what you're going to get? You're going to get some winning stuff to listen to. The more you hear the sounds of winning, you hear me? The easier it is to understand winning ways. Listen to winning stuff. Permission is easier when you repeat the message. Listen to the winners. What kind of podcasts do you listen to? Right now in the comments, type in your favorite podcast. Type in your favorite YouTube channel. Where do you get type in your favorite author? Come on, man. Give us some of your favorite resources. All we got is us. And what you'll find is that in all of these different people's books, in all of these different people's interviews, and all of these people's podcasts, you're going to see the truth keeps repeating itself. The truth keeps on repeating itself. This will be a whole different person from a whole different country sometimes, and it'll still be the same message you heard from the right. Permission is easier when you repeat the message. Here's the next one I got for you. Hang around winners. Here's number 7 I got for you. Hang around winners, y'all. The best place to learn winning is from a winner. This cat named Tony Robbins talks about how one of the best ways to create success, if you're going from 0 to 100, is the model success, because success leaves clues. He says, if you model the mentality and the character and the habits of anybody, you can duplicate their results. The best place to learn winning is from a winner. Permission comes from winning thoughts and winning ideas. And here's a bonus one I got for you, y'all, because I know we went over a little bit this morning. Check it out. Take winning actions. Take winning actions. We about to do our affirmations, right? But I dare you, do a little application. Sometimes we make this joke, we're going to turn Affirmation Nation into Application Nation, right? I challenge you, take this thing serious, y'all. Really give yourself a winning shot. Ain't no such thing as a passive winner, y'all. You don't wait to win. You got to take action. And here's some good news for you. You know, and I know, most of the people that are around us ain't going to take the action. So that means it's much easier for you to win than maybe you've ever conceptualized. Extraordinary don't mean you somehow are gifted by the gods to have some superpower, even though you do got one, and even though you have been gifted by the gods, right? But what I'm saying to you is that sometimes being extraordinary is just putting a little bit extra on top of the ordinary stuff you're doing. If you're making 3 calls, extraordinary is you come home and make 4. But check it out. Most people ain't making 1. I'm talking to people with a home-based business right now. Most people ain't making 1 call. So all I want you to know, man, and we out of here, is that giving yourself permission to win is probably the most powerful decision you can make. And once you make a decision, you ain't got to make so many choices. You hear me? Giving yourself permission to win starts to evolve your psyche. All of a sudden, your thinking begins to automatically adjust to disappointments. Your thinking gets to automatically adjust to setbacks. You start to automatically find a way to get around any roadblocks. You start to find a way to overcome this stuff. Winning gradually becomes instinctive because now you're putting the habits in place that make success inevitable instead of making failure inevitable, like most of these chumps that we walk and live and breathe and talk around day in and day out. Your mindset's going to be different than anything you've ever experienced before. Your mindset's going to be different from anything your friends and family have ever experienced from you before. Your approaches are going to start to be exclusively winner-oriented because now you're thinking different, you're talking different, and you're acting different. If you start out every day like it's the 1st of January, your whole life is going to change. You're going to start to have a whole nother attitude, a whole nother intensity. Somebody say this: every day is my January 1st. Somebody say this: I'm starting over today. Somebody say this: if it is to be, it's up to me. Somebody say it: ain't no leprechaun and no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Ain't no Santa Claus coming to save me, right? Millionaires, I hope this was helpful because permission to win is a lifestyle. It's way more than a choice. It's a decision, millionaires. It's the kind of thing that helps you come up where you start saying either I win or I learn. You know what I mean? Because you've already decided this is but a chapter in the middle of this journey. All right? Decision is something you make after you choose. And what do you really choose in between? You're choosing between an excuse about losing or giving yourself permission to win. Some of y'all are ruining your leadership because you accept too many excuses. I don't take excuses because I don't make excuses. You hear me? Every day is my January 1st. Let's go. Let's go. I'm starting over today. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, y'all calling in right now? Let's go. Repeat after me. Say it like you mean it. I am so happy and grateful